Hello, everyone. Hello. It's Wednesday. If you're in the US, it is the night before Thanksgiving, not to be confused with the night before Christmas, because in that book, everything's quiet, and in this one, everything is covered with flour. Things are being prepped. My turkey is in a brine. Anyone else brine their turkeys? Any turkey briners up in here have like a giant bird the size of your body inside of an ice chest right now that's filled with salt water? Is that just me? Okay, great. If you are joining me for the first time this week, this is something I've done every night this week at 6 p.m. and we'll finish out the week doing Rachel's Daily Deals. That's a little catchy title that we came up with to tell you about a sale that happens every single day. Flash sale. It starts at 6 p.m. Central and ends at midnight. 6-hour sale, because I like the alliteration. There's literally no reason to do it that way. I just really like the 6-hour sale. In any event, drum roll wherever you're at right now. Get your hearts ready for today's daily deal, because it's a really good one. This episode is for you dreamers. For those of you who have a goal, either personally or professionally, if you are trying to get healthy, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to write a book, if you want to start a podcast, this is for you. And I'm going to do my very best tonight. I'm going to talk to you about this product. But even if you don't buy the product, watch the show, because I'm going to tell you everything that's in it. And if you can't afford to get the planner, you could totally do this in whatever notebook you have at home, okay? You don't need to buy the product, but you do need to do the practice. Okay, I let it slip already. Today's daily deal is the Priority Planner. Let me tell you a little bit about this product, then I'm going to tell you how it works. For those of you who are in my community who already know, the Priority Planner is something we came out with for the first time in January of this year. And that was because so many people who use the gratitude and goal setting journal were like, okay, but Rach, how do you break it apart? In my book, for those of you who've read Girl Stop Apologizing, I talk about this idea. And this is where, not to be a nerd, but if you grab a notebook and take notes, if you are an entrepreneur, if you have goals and dreams, and gosh, I hope you do, or I'm not really sure why you're hanging out with me, because that's all I talk about, listen to this idea. It's not about where you're at. It's about figuring out where it is you want to go. It's about claiming that goal for yourself, seeing the finish line, and then working backwards. Have you ever heard that expression that says, how do you eat an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? Who knows? I'm going to wait. Who knows? First person to get it, I'm going to give you a little high five. How do you eat an elephant, guys? Ready? This thing is always delayed. Someone's going to get it. Someone's going to get it. My comments are way, way, way behind. I see the people are from Mexico and Florida. Come on. How do you eat an elephant? I'm going to wait for it. One bite at a time. Thank you, Emily. You are the one who got it right. One bite at a time. How do you accomplish any big goal? One tiny inch at a time. If you're not familiar with my story, with my career, y'all have to know there is no reason, none, that I should have the success that I have in business. I have a high school diploma. There is no reason that I should have the success I have as a speaker or as an author or have sold as many books as I have. There's no reason, except that I have done the same practice every single day for almost 20 years. I am so focused on where I am going. And back in the day, 20 years ago, 17-year-old Rachel, seriously, 17 years old, moving to LA by myself, working 3 jobs, trying to figure it out, trying to make it work. All I knew was to stay focused on where I wanted to go. There's incredible power in knowing where it is you want to go. And then once you know where it is you want to go, a lot of people will get overwhelmed. They're like, I can't have that thing, or I can't get out of debt, or I couldn't go back to school and get my MBA, or no way I could become a teacher, no way I could pursue. No, you can. Don't get overwhelmed by how. See, that's the problem, is that so many of you, like, give me a heart or a thumbs up or an emoji if you get really excited about something that feels like, oh crap, that's a big goal in my life. You get really excited about this idea, and then you get overwhelmed by how. Whoever gets overwhelmed by how? I know I am not the only one, right? You see this thing, you're like, well, that's a heck of a shot, sis, bro. Like, that's a big deal, and you get overwhelmed by how. No, listen to me. Don't get overwhelmed by how. Obsess over what. What do you want? What's it going to look like? What's it going to feel like? Once you have that vision crystal clear in your mind, which is what Start Today Journal is, or if you don't have the journal, episode 72 of the podcast, then you start eating that elephant. Then you start breaking it apart. So members of my community were like, Rach, we love the journal, but how, right? How are you doing these things? How did you figure that out? And I talked about this idea of working backwards, but they were like, no, tell us specifically. So I essentially came up with a product that was my notebook, but something that you guys could write in. So this is the priority planner. Now, let me just tell you right now, real quick, if you're just joining me, this is Rach's Daily Deal. This is a special sale that is only for tonight until midnight. This goes away. Yes, you could still get planners on Cyber Monday, but they will not be this inexpensive. This is the lowest price. This is, oh gosh, hold on, Rachel, get it together. I'm in another room tonight so that my kids don't bug us. So tonight only, this is $12.99. Normally $22.99. Tonight, $12.99. $12.99 for 3 months of planning. Let me show you what's inside. So every single priority planner and Start Today journal for that matter, begin with an introduction. So I always walk you through the process so you know exactly what to do. And also as part of the Start Today community, if you have Start Today products and you don't know this, I have made a crap ton. That is literally the numerical amount that I have made, a crap ton of how-to videos. Every single question that I've gotten from the community, I go make a video. They're all on starttoday.com if you want to check them out. So every time you're buying a product from us, it comes with all of these tutorials to answer your questions. So we start with a quick start guide. We explain everything that comes in the planner. Now, some people get it and they're like, oh, I love writing. I love doing my calendar in written form. I love stickers. No. I mean, you could, but that's not what this is. You're not writing your dentist appointment in here. You're not writing that you need to bring cupcakes for the class bake sale. This is prioritizing your life. This is what matters. What are my values? What do I want to achieve this quarter? That's what a priority planner is all about. So the first place I ask you to start yourself at, there are 3 pages. It's a self-assessment. So you do a self-assessment and then you answer honestly, you fill out some questions, and the 3 options are, and you guys answer this for me right now. Let's do this together. Because again, if you can't afford $12.99 on special tonight to buy a priority planner, I have freaking been there. Do this in a notebook. You do not need to buy the product, do it in a notebook. But let's start here, okay? In the last quarter, so the last 3 months, have you pushed yourself to achieve more, okay? Stayed comfortable or backslid, regressed, okay? So if you have pushed yourself for more in the last 3 months, give me a number 1. Comment with a 1. If you have stayed comfortable, if you're like, Rach, it's 2020, I'm trying to live right now, I'm trying to get through this day, give me a 2, okay? And if you feel like you've regressed, if you feel like, man, dang it, I've lost traction, give me a 3. So let's see where we're at. A lot of 1s up in here. I know it because I know I tend to attract a circle of energy that's like me, people who are working for something more. 2, Tori, thank you so much. 2, there are certainly seasons, y'all, like, 3, thank you for that honesty. That is 100% real. Like this summer, when we were going through the very beginning of our divorce, I absolutely regressed. I super regressed. It's like 2020 and with the kids, and it's so stressful and it's so hard and it's such, I don't know if any of you have gone through it, it's such a hard process that all I could do was survive. And oftentimes when we're in those stressful situations, listen to me, because it's a lot of us during COVID, when you're in stressful times, you don't do what you wish you could do. You do whatever your highest level of training in a stressful situation is. And when I say your training, I mean, what have you done in the past when you're stressed? So in the past, tell me if this is you guys, anyone, would be on, if you'll be honest about your thing. In the past, when I'm in super intense, stressful situations, I have had a lot to drink. And I've had a lot to eat. I have ate everything in the kitchen. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? So sometimes in an entire year, you'll step in and out of all three of these stages. You'll have seasons where you feel like you're killing it and you're really pushing yourself. You'll have seasons where you're like, you know what, Rach, I stayed in my comfort zone. I really didn't push. And then you'll have stages where you regress. And depending on what you say, so depending on what you choose, if you're just joining me, I'm walking y'all through my priority planner. So depending on what you do, it tells you to approach this planner in a different way. So it guides you from the very beginning. Now, it's raised Pentecostal. I feel like I'm getting filled with the Spirit of the Lord. Here we go. I love this product. It's one of my favorites because I know the power of doing this. Hold on. Let me just say this to you really quickly. The number one question I get from people all the time in DMs, in email, at book signings when we were allowed to hang out with people in real life, at conferences, everybody's like, Rachel, how do I get motivated? How do I get motivated? I want to get motivated. And I'm like, girl, it is not about being motivated. And I said girl, but this totally is a product for dudes too. It's also a product for you, however you identify. Everybody can use a priority planner. Here's the deal. It's not about being motivated. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation is something that happens on a Monday. Motivation is something that happens on a new year. Why do you think so many people are obsessing over 2020 being over? That's all anyone wants to do. I can't wait till 2020 is over. I just want a new year. I want to restart. Y'all, you are going to have the exact same life on January 1st that you do on December 31st. The date just doesn't change anything, but you might feel more motivated on that day because there's something emotional about the reset. But it's not about the motivation because the motivation is fleeting. If you want to achieve things in your life, if you want to get healthy for the first time ever, if you want to finish the screenplay, if you want to finish your dissertation, if you want to go back to school, whatever it looks like for you, right? Getting debt free, like whatever the goal is. It's not about being motivated. It's about creating habits in your life that keep you focused on traction. So, gonna be done preaching now and tell you more about Priority Planner. If you're just joining me, I'm telling you about my Priority Planner for tonight only. It's on special for holiday shopping. Normally $22.99, tonight $12.99. TheHollisCode.com, TheHollisCode.com. You don't have to buy the product ever, ever, ever. Stick around, hang out with us. I'm going to keep talking you through how I prioritize my goals. So if you don't have the planner, by the way, this one says, chase the dreams that make you nervous. Who here needs to chase some dreams that make them a little bit nervous because they've been staying comfortable, right? Okay, so here we go. You open her up, you did the self-assessment, you watched the videos, and I just want to show you, this you could hurt someone with this. This is like a legit, for $13, if it's not for you, do you have a recent college grad in your life? Do you have someone who you know is starting a business, who's chasing down a dream? This is a great gift for them. Okay. I filled this out for you guys tonight because I was like, it would probably be helpful for them if I show them how I fill it out. But I'm not going to show you my priority planner because the dreams in there are absolutely insane and you will laugh at me. I like to show you guys my dreams in my journal and my planner once they come true. And then like 5 years later, and I'm like, oh, look, my best friend, The Rock. And you guys are like, you're what? And I'm like, see how I wrote that down? Not that I wrote that down every day for like 5 years, but probably. Anyway, we start with a calendar. So I did December, if you guys want to see. Now for me, this one, I'm going to speak as a business owner because that's what I use my planner for most. I am mostly focused on what I need to do in business. So in this instance, I filled it out for December because we're about to go into a new month. So I filled it out for December. And first of all, it's just a calendar. So you fill it in however you want to here. But I want to show you a couple of things that I put into my calendar because again, this is about my priorities. This is not about I'm going to dinner with the girls or whatever. This is about what do I need to accomplish. So right here at the top, it says, what is your power word? So all of the Start Today products are really about teaching you to be intentional. They're called Start Today because you're supposed to do them in the morning. Get it? It's about starting that day with intentionality and gratitude and saying, okay, here we go. So being intentional about what's the word that you need this month. I love choosing a word for a year or a month. In this case for December, I chose the word focus. Because as a business owner, I obviously talking to you guys about a product right now, e-com is a big part of my business. We sell products to people all over the world on a website. Anyone else here anyone else in the digital space, e-com space, you have an Etsy shop, you have an online business, anyone else, entrepreneurs in that way, say, hey, I want to see who's here. So for me, you can see I did it in red. This is shopping season, right? And I made this up. I actually don't know what is the last day that you can shop with us and still get it in time for Christmas, but I just made it up right here. But that's how I would lay out the first part of my month, right? I would lay out the first part of my month by saying, okay, you have to focus because you basically have 2.5 weeks until you can't sell to people anymore, because my worst nightmare would be you buying something as a gift and not getting it in time. Any of you were around for Journalgate, you remember that. Woo! Still not over it. Okay. So focus is the word, because this month, listen up, this month, everything's going to try and distract you. You're going to have to do holiday shopping. You're putting up the tree. You need to have a little wine. Who doesn't? You want to call grandma. Maybe you're going to do a company Zoom party and everyone's going to like be in a cocktail party, but safely in their own home. There's so many things going on in the month of December. And if you get to take the entire month off, live your life. Enjoy yourself. But for those of us who do need to accomplish things for our work, for our business, for our goals this month, you want to stay focused. So this is just a reminder to me to keep the eyes on the prize, because I'm building up to a big vacation at the end of this month and into January. Okay, so I put my last shipping day here. Over in the corner, it says, what is your one goal? So those of you who use Start Today Journal know that every single daily prompt ends with, what's the one goal you're going to work on first? So for me, my one goal right now is focusing on holiday inventory. So for those of you who do online e-com business, you know what that means. We have inventory. We bring in extra for holiday shopping. So we have to be focused on talking about that to you guys and making sure that you know it. And here's the thing, business owners, here's the thing. I don't sell a single product that I don't love, that I don't use, that I don't believe in. So I have no problem getting up here and talking to you about this planner, because if you don't want it, cool. And if you can't afford it, crap, do not buy it. But if you're like me and you're like, no, I need something to remind me where I'm going and break it apart into pieces, then I'm like, great, these are gorgeous. I made it myself. I believe in this thing. So I need to remember every day. Now here, real quick. Okay, sorry, I get so excited. Here's the thing, guys. When everything is important, nothing's important. When you're trying to do everything in your business, in your life, with your family, nothing's important. And this is like for a stay-at-home mama as well. When you're trying to do all the things, none of them get done with excellence. None of them get done with heart, and very few of them make traction in the way that you want them to. So if you're just joining us, I'm talking about today's daily deal. It is my priority planner. It's normally $22.99 until midnight, just for holiday shopping. It's available for $12.99 on thehollisco.com. Thehollisco.com. Thank you to all of you for buying it. I super appreciate it. Okay, so what's your one goal that you're going to work on? That's up here in the corner. And then the next question is, what is this month's mile marker? So there's information. I made a whole video tutorial about this on starttoday.com, but that one is in reference to Girl Stop Apologizing. If you've read that book is all about how to achieve a goal. And I talk about this idea that every goal, no matter how big, I just got a pen like I was going to write on a whiteboard like we're at Rise Conference. Every goal can be broken down into 3 major parts. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how outlandish. I don't care what is going on. All of your goals can be broken apart into 3, I call them mile markers. So this one here says, what's your monthly mile marker? Lastly, I just thought I would show you guys this. You don't have to use markers, highlighters, stickers, colored pencils, but and plenty of times I've filled out my planner and haven't done that. But I find that this is a really fun thing to do with Noah. So my daughter Noah is 3 years old. She loves to color. She loves markers. She loves doing that together. So I'll bust out some colored pencils with her, and like we just actually did this a little while ago. That's what that's about. So just something, if you guys have kids, it's a fun project to do with your littles. Okay, we lay out the monthly calendar. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I haven't even gotten to the other cool stuff. We lay out the monthly calendar. Now, where am I going? Get ready. Get ready. Okay, you lay out the monthly calendar. Then, before you go into a new week, you have to do a week audit. You have to do an audit. You cannot know where you're going if you don't know where you are. You cannot know how to gain traction if you don't know what threw you off the last time. So the next part of the priority planner is the weekly review. You review the week prior. So the questions and prompts here are, what was my focus last week? What was I trying to achieve? What results did I produce? Not what was on my to-do list. What were the actual results that I got? What did I plan for that didn't happen? And what got in my way? Why didn't I achieve that thing? The power in just asking yourself, why didn't you get to a task that you wanted to achieve? Just that is so freaking like nuclear in terms of lighting. I'm using all kinds of analogies, but like lighting the rocket up. Because if you're like, okay, why do I keep getting thrown off? Here's an example from my real life. For the longest time, I would be like, I have all these priorities. I'm not getting them done. Why didn't I get these things done? I know I wanted to do them. And I realized that by the time I was getting to the important tasks, I was like, it was late in the day and I was foggy. I was basically spending my best thinking time of the day in the morning doing all the other stuff for other people. Calling people back, responding to emails, handling my team, answering questions. I was playing defense all morning and then saving the actual tasks I needed to get done for the afternoon. And at that point, I didn't have energy, I didn't have focus or mental clarity, so I was super losing my train of thought. So even just taking the time to figure that out was like, oh, flip it. So you do a weekly review, and then you lay out your weekly goals. So if you are checking this out with me, this is my priority planner. It's on special tonight only, $12.99 on theholliscode.com, only until midnight. The weekly at a glance, what are your goals? If you did not use one other part of this product except for the weekly plan, you'd be killing it, you guys. I sit down on Sundays and I write this out. So I actually don't wait until the morning to get this down because I want to start Monday morning with energy and like, let's go, right? So weekly at a glance, you break out, it's so hard to see. Go to theholliscode.com. There's really good interior shots of all of this stuff. But you list out what are the big things you're focusing on this week. You make your morning routine. So some weeks my morning routine looks different because I have the kids some days, or Dave has the kids other days, or maybe I have an early meeting, or there's something going on. Back when I was traveling for work a lot, my morning routine would change based on where I was. So I map out my morning routine, and then this is powerful. What are the weekly results that I need to achieve? Now, real quick, I did not say a to-do list. Who here has ever written a to-do list in their life? Who here has ever written a to-do list? I see all the hearts coming through. Okay, don't lie to me right now, for real. Who has ever put something on their to-do list that they have already achieved just so they could cross something off the to-do list? Right. Like everybody has done this, you guys. Everybody's done this because there's a sense you feel so accomplished. You're like, well, I already did the dishes. Check. But if you make a to-do list for work or personal life, what will you naturally gravitate toward doing first? The easy stuff. The stuff that doesn't take a ton of time, the stuff that doesn't require any courage, the stuff that's busy work. That's what we'll cross off the list because we want to feel accomplished. There's an old book by Brian Tracy called Eat That Frog. There's like a quote, oh gosh, I'm forgetting who said, there's a very old quote that says like, if the first thing you did in the morning was eat a whole live frog, then nothing else for the rest of the day would seem hard because you did the hard thing. So instead of having a to-do list, I recommend a results list. What are the results that you want to produce this week? So you list them out. And lastly, there's a section to do your 5 to strive. So this is like a thing, if you're in our community, you know, I explain it to you here, but it's 5 extra hours that you're going to carve out for yourself to work on a big goal. Okay, that's weekly. Now let's get into daily. Now I filled out a daily page for you guys so you could see how I do it. So daily starts, these are blank pages. These are 3 months of blank pages for $12.99. And look, y'all, if you're watching this right now and you're like, yeah, okay, but it's December, I'm ready to have some eggnog lattes, I'm not really in the place where I want to do that. Do you think there's a chance that you will be in that place 5 weeks from now when it's the beginning of January? If you think that you're going to start 2021 with intention and you really want to have a great restart and you want to get yourself going and you want to really focus on where you want to go, if you think that's what you're going to want to do and this feels intriguing, grab it now while it's on special and then stash it away until January. I won't judge you. I won't even see you. Daily. So daily, we've got our 5 to Thrive checklist, which is also in the app for those of you who use it. An empowering belief. Every single day, I have an empowering belief that I tell myself. So the empowering belief I wrote is I am only in control of 2 things, my attitude and my effort. Then this is the bomb. If you're not going to buy this planner, just steal this idea. Do it in a notebook. What are today's results that you want to achieve? But there are only 3. There are only 3. What are the 3 big needle moving, change the game, take a shot? What are the things you could do today that would push your goal, push your business, push that revenue closer to where you want it to be? Just 3. 3 big things. And right next to this is really important too. I have estimated time, because often I'll write down 3 like gigantic goals and then I'll write down the times I think they're going to take. And I'm like, oh shoot, that one's going to take half a day. And if that takes half a day, there's no way that I can accomplish the other 2 big things. And the point of this is that you're trying to set yourself up so that you don't get to the end of a day or the end of the week and feel frustrated. You're trying to be really clear about what it is you want to accomplish. So, also fun idea, if you have the colored pencils, if you like a little creativity, I'll usually use a highlighter, but today I did colored pencils because I was playing with Noah. I highlight it in a certain color, and then when I fill out the daily calendar, I use that same color to tell me which one of those things is happening when. And if you were with me earlier, you heard me talk about this idea that you want to plan your day around when you have the most energy. I'm a morning person. Some of you are night owls. Depending on when you feel great, most alive, ready to take your business, your goal, your dream to the next level, that's when you should plan in the big stuff. And right now, I don't know if any of you are like, man, that's a lot of work to try and accomplish a single day. Yeah, it is. And it's why I'm so successful. Straight up. If you want a life that's different than other people get to live, then you have to live your life in a way that other people won't do it. You have to be this intentional. You have to, or it's okay. Oh my gosh, no worries if that's not for you. But for those of you right now who are like, man, I want fill in the blank, I want the thing, but man, it just feels like that's a lot of effort. Okay, how's your way working? Because if your way's working, you don't need this. There are some people who are like super type A of project managers on my team who are like, they don't need this. They're doing this already. They made these spreadsheets and things in their own computer. They've got a whole system. This is not for those of you. This is for those of you who are like, wah! Like, I don't have a system. I don't have a plan. I need to be reminded every day where I'm going, because otherwise you get really, if you're a dreamer, right? Like if you are excited and passionate about the future, all of us who are dreamers are like, squirrel, right? We see something and we get super excited, and you know, we told ourselves like, oh, that's why when we lay out the month, I'm like, what is the focus? Okay, well, the focus right now for me and my entire team is holiday shopping with you guys. That's what we're doing. Cyber Monday on Monday is about to go off. We are doing giveaways every hour, like bomb giveaways. We're having so much fun. The whole team's doing it. It's all the Cyber Monday, happy holiday, that's all we're focusing on. Now, if right now, and this happened this week, I had some really cool opportunities. People were like, hey, can we talk about this idea? Can we, people I've been wanting to talk to for a really long time, oh, what if we collab on that? I'm like, holy crap, you reached out to me? And every single time, swear to you, I'm like, guys, can I punt this? Can I punt this for a minute? Can I just push this off into the future? Because my only focus right now is holiday shopping with y'all. That's it. That's my focus. That's what I chose for my business right now. For you, if you get distracted by a bunch of different stuff, that's why you're not making traction. Can I just speak this over you real quick? Someone needs to hear this right now. You're working your butt off. If we were girls and we're just sitting on the porch and having wine, I'd actually use the cuss word, but I don't know if any babies are around. You're working your butt off. If you're going to work this hard for your dream, if you're going to work this hard on your business, if you're going to work this hard to make money for your family, if you are working this hard, you deserve to make more progress. The reason you are not making progress against your goals is not because you're not driven. It's not because you're not passionate. It's not because you're not smart or worth it or enough. It is because there's so much going on in the world around us, and it is incredibly easy to get distracted. That is why I created the priority planner, to remind you what your priorities are. And if you took the time every morning to sit down, or at the very least, those of you who are like, I'm not ready to do every morning, Rach, do every week. Plan out the week. If that was all you did, if you said, these are the things I want to accomplish this week, and then you did a weekly review in your planner, and you said, what did I do? What traction did I make? What threw me off? If you're just joining me, I've already gone over time because I love this product so much. My Chase Your Dreams That Make You Nervous Priority Planner is on special tonight for $12.99. It's normally $22.99. It's $10 off tonight only. There will be priority planners available on Cyber Monday, and they will be more expensive. So if you're interested at all, even if you don't think you want it for December and you think you're going to want it after the new year, grab it while it's on sale. If you know someone in your life, your niece just graduated from college, or someone you know just started a business, or you're looking for gifts for the hustlers, the dreamers, the goal-getters in your circle, $13 for 3 months of planning. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I want to answer questions. I've gone over. Also, this room is shockingly warm. I am flop sweating under my clothes right now. I'm schwitzing. I'm hoping Facebook can't see it. I'm glowing. There's a little bit of help over here on Instagram. Okay, y'all ask me questions, whether it's a question about Priority Planner or a question about this process. I swear to you, I just want to add value. I just want to be helpful. You do not ever, ever, ever have to buy products from me. But if there's some question I can answer about working towards your goal, please let me answer. Okay, Jane just said, where did I get my shirt? So this is old. I don't know if she still has it, but this is from my friend Mary at The Shop Forward. If y'all have been in community with me for a while, you remember we've partnered with them a ton. They're a really cool company because they give a portion of proceeds to nonprofits. But this was from The Shop Forward, but I don't know if it's still available. Heck, yes, Lily, we are shipping to Canada. We love our Canadian sisters and brothers. We absolutely ship to Canada. Check it out on thehollisco.com. Angela said she needs another one. She's been loving hers. Thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate it. Which design is my favorite? Which design is my favorite? Oof. Well, we have some that are coming out. I can't talk about it. Not now. Coming later. That are, I think, the sickest, most amazing designs we've ever done. But those are not going to be available this year. But that's the true, honest answer. Lots of people asking about the sweatshirt. This is from The Shop Forward, but it's from last year. So I don't know that it's still available. Oh, someone just said, what's my song for the week? That's right. Because I'm a nerd and I love this, at the bottom of the weekly prompt, it says, what's your pump up anthem for this week? I will tell you seriously, this is probably gonna like destroy this for later, but no, I'm not, because it'll mess it up and they won't replay this, or I need people to buy some holiday gifts for me. I don't want to get in trouble with Instagram. The song I've been playing before every single one of these to like hype my energy up is like a rave song called Sandstorm. I'll do it for you. Alexa, play Sandstorm. So she'll just hook you up with that. Hopefully she heard me say it and she's just gonna start playing it for you guys. Y'all let me know if I just talked to your Alexa. That would make me so happy. So Ms. Laura just said, do you ever get writer's block, and what do you do about when planning your days? For real, Laura, seriously, go listen to the podcast. Like 5 weeks ago, I did an episode called How to Finish the Book. And I know some of you are doing Nano Write No More, November writers. If you're not in the writing community, you do not know what that means. But I know some of you are doing it. Go listen to that episode. It is one of the most successful podcasts I've ever done, which is crazy. But I give you all my ideas, including writer's block. So the Rachel Hollis podcast, just scroll back like 5 weeks, you'll see it. It's very close to the top. Yes! All the people's Alexas are playing Sandstorm. Oh, this makes me so happy. It's a really good pump-up song, you guys. Okay, any other questions about planning out your week, how to prioritize, when to prioritize, anything I can help you with there while we're chatting? I'm so excited for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm so excited. Also, can I just say real quick, I was thinking this today. I just want to honor and acknowledge everybody who is going through a first Thanksgiving. We're going through our first Thanksgiving as a divorced family, but still doing the holiday together, but it's still like new and awkward and, you know, maybe a little bit of anxiety involved in what that means. But I know some of you, this is the first holiday without, daddy, or it's the first holiday that you're single, or this is the first holiday that your husband is deployed. Whatever it is, for those of you who are having a first Thanksgiving that feels harder, I just want you to know that you're on my heart. I was praying for y'all earlier and I want to make sure, and I said that to you. So for those of you who are going through first. Okay. How to break down where to start when you have multiple ideas. Jenny, I get this question all the time. Okay. Oh, I could talk for an hour about this. My actual best advice to you is to go read a book called The One Thing. Hold on, I probably have it right here. Oh, hold on, guys. Okay. This is my recommendation. It's called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Gary Keller as in Keller Williams Realty. And it's all about how, you can't, I don't know if you can see all the dog ears that are in this one. It's a really quick read, but it's all about how do you figure out the one thing that you're going to do first, the one thing that you're going to focus on. Also, my heart. I just found my old business card from when I was a little baby. Oh. So I used to have this blog that was my business. It was this was years ago, called The Chic Site. Any of you were with me when it was called The Chic Site? And then the back of the card, it's hard to see, it says, "You are more than chic." And then look how cute. Look how cute. Editor-in-chief and Uber book nerd. That was my title. Can I show y'all one more thing? Okay, hold on, please. It's gonna be dead air for 1 minute. Just stay here. I have to show you this thing. Oh, wait, I took it to the office. Dang it. Okay, I will show you when I'm back in the office next week. I found a picture of my very first check that I ever made in business. And I am a fetus. I am a child. And I am so proud. And I'm holding my first check. And it just made my heart sing. And it just reminded me of freaking how far I have come. And how far you have come. We all have a moment. And we rarely give ourselves credit for those moments, those things that happen along the way. We very rarely give ourselves credit for what we have accomplished and what we have done. You have accomplished amazing things this year. Frankly, if you're still standing, you're still waking up and putting on deodorant and, standing upright after the year we all have had, congratulations, okay? Give yourself some credit for what you have done. That was so powerful for me to look back. Maybe you need to look back tonight. Maybe you need to go find an old picture from 5 years ago or 10 years ago and just acknowledge and honor, like, you know what? I've worked really hard to get into this place and I'm proud of myself. So anyway, all right, I've gone way over. I need to make sure my children are eating. My niece is here, so I promise they're not out there fending for themselves. But just one last thought. Priority Planner is on special tonight only, $12.99. On Cyber Monday, it will be more expensive. If you want to get a kickstart now, and oh my gosh, the power in really starting your intention now, or at least doing the front of the book and beginning to think about where you want to go and what you want to use this book for, sort of dip your toe in the water so that you can plan to kill it at the beginning of January. The awful thing would be to know that you want to make change in January or know that you want to make traction in January and wait until after New Year's and then you're into the first week and maybe the second and you're not sure what to do and you lose the momentum you would have had. So Priority Planner, go to thehollisco.com, thehollisco.com, tonight only until midnight central, $12.99. I love y'all. I will be here tomorrow. I've already told my family we're having dinner. Early dinner, like Mima and Papa, we're having dinner at 4. So that you and me, whoever wants to show up, for those of you who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or those of you who are going to be tired of your families, I will be here at 6 p.m. I will have had a drink because it's a holiday and I'm cooking all day. So who knows what's going to happen, but there'll be a new deal tomorrow, brand new product. I just want to say one more time, if you haven't heard me say this, that we do have one product from my handpicked collection, only one, on sale this week in a special. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Is it on special? Is it a deep, deep discount? Maybe. Okay, you guys have a fantastic night. I will see you here tomorrow. Thank you so much to all of you who sat with me through that. Thank you to everybody who shops with us. I want you to know, guys, this is for my employees. Like literally get here every single night and do this and talk to you and believe in this product and believe in this team. And I'm doing this because I have a team of people counting on me to do it. So I know some of you are entrepreneurs who get that, but I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that you are supporting our small business and our team when you shop with us. And I really sincerely appreciate it. So have a fantastic evening. Good luck brining that turkey. I'll see you tomorrow.